This is Fox 5 Morning News.
Welcome back to Fox 5 Morning News, 8:11 right now. Well, it was the must-have ticket of the week. Last night, President Obama and the First Lady held their first state dinner at the White House. The lavish event honored India's Prime Minister. Fox's Ainsley Earhart has more details.
In grand style, President Obama holds the first state dinner of his administration. Film director Steven Spielberg, actors Alfre Woodard and Blair Underwood were just some of the 300-plus guests there on hand. But it was India's Prime Minister whom the president was most happy to see.
To the future that beckons all of us. Let us answer its call and let our two great nations realize all the triumphs and achievements that await us. Cheers.
The menu was designed to celebrate Indian culture and Prime Minister Singh's visit, an effort clearly appreciated.
I invite you to join me in a toast to the health and happiness of President Barack Obama and the First Lady, Mrs. Obama, the friendly people of the United States of America.
The Obama administration's been seeking firmer footing with India, trying to calm some of the nation's fears. However, the president did stop short of being drawn into the tense India-Pakistan relationship.
There are historic conflicts between India and Pakistan. It is not the place of the United States to try to, from the outside, resolve all those conflicts. On the other hand, we want to be encouraging of ways in which both India and Pakistan can feel secure.
President Obama gave Prime Minister Singh his word that he would visit India next year. The president saying he remains convinced that India can be a key partner on a range of crucial issues, including law enforcement and intelligence. Ainsley Earhart, Fox News.
Well, Sarah Schaefer is the editor-in-chief of Capitol File magazine, and Sarah joins us this morning to dish all the juicy details about the big dinner last night. Good morning. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, too.
Well, we had political commentators in earlier, and they said this event was so big, just the guest list, they had to move it outside. They had a big tent, something sort of unusual. So just what was it like last night?
Lots of pomp, lots of circumstance, and the Obamas really went to spared no expense, really, in rolling out the red carpet for Prime Minister Singh. And everything from the table decor to the menu, no detail was left unconsidered.
And we're seeing some of the guests. I'm mad at Blair Underwood because he didn't call me. Did he call you? I don't know. But anyway, he's in town. There's Alfre Woodard, Steven Spielberg, of course. The guests included, though, a mix, right? Not just Hollywood A-listers. They've taken some heat about that, all their celebrity friends.
Absolutely. I think that instead of it being a parade of stars, which I think a lot of people expected it to be, it was a well-edited guest list that included elected officials, appointees, dignitaries, also some Hollywood A-listers and some Hollywood insiders, but also some prominent Chicagoans as well.
And we see there General Colin Powell. We also saw some news people too, Katie Couric.
Katie Couric, yes.
Exactly, standing where there from Maryland. So the guest list, 320 guests, and normally it's nowhere near that long, I'm told. So this was a lavish event, of course. Those are the guests. Now, let's talk about the dress that Mrs. Obama wore.
This is what I'm most excited about. She chose an Indian-born American designer named Khan, who is really a relative newcomer in the fashion world as far as couture goes. The dress was absolutely gorgeous. It was a goddess-like, gilded dress, and she even wore a shawl and traditional Indian bangles to accessorize. So the look was really spot on, and of course all of us at Capitol File are excited that she chose this designer because he really is a standout in the fashion world.
And we got some background thanks to Larry King, the designer, was on. He says it took 3 weeks to make that. They worked, there was like 40 people working on this dress, and you said that's not quite unusual, but the length of time for a beaded gown like that. But is it beaded?
Yes.
The length of time was long.
It is beaded, and there's lots of embellishment, but just gorgeous.
Beautiful, handmade. My goodness. But you'd expect nothing less. She is quite the fashionista.
Yes.
All right. And last but not least, the menu. Some of the things actually coming from the White House garden, the much talked about White House garden.
The guest chef, Marcus Samuelson, actually went with Mrs. Obama to the presidential garden earlier that day to handpick herbs, so that was a great little detail. And the menu, since Prime Minister Singh is vegetarian, did feature some vegetarian items, including some vegetarian dumplings, but for those who wanted a non-vegetarian dish, they offered green curry prawns with a coconut-infused rice. So it all sounds delicious and
it
really
does.
a tribute to the cuisine of the country.
Beautiful. All right. Well, maybe next year we'll get a
Hopefully.
Evite. We don't even need to paper invitation, right? An Evite
No.
will do just fine. Sarah Schaefer, come back and see us.
Thank you.
Again,
Thanks
editor-in-chief,
so much.
Capitol File magazine. All right, boys. I don't guess you guys were there either last night.
Well, that's why we're a little sleepy this morning, Al, so we didn't want to say anything earlier.
Yeah,
But,
we had a great time.
It was a lot of fun.
Very,
really.
very nice.
And,
Very nice.
This guy on the dance floor, unbelievable.
Well, you know, I save it for special occasions.
Well, let's dust off the sleepy eyes and look at that forecast out there. Step outside, get wet, and you'll be wide awake, right?
You're right, absolutely.